dinner, and then that's what started it all. I'm Bernstein. I'm one of the three owners of the Rego design group. My partners Slade Couture and Kate Shurtleff. We're the little three amigos that started a design and manufacturing company. We decided to enter the market with the a lot of people have a hard time pronouncing it. Just call it the Hesi. It works. So we wanted to come up with a low back pressure, heavy duty use, Inconel suppressor that yeah, that thing's pretty dirty. We've been running this guy through. We wanted to have a printed muzzle device and suppressor to create a whole systems approach to how we manage early stage gas, how we manage back pressure, how we manage the mounting system. There's a lot of things in the market that are great, but there was this one thing that we just couldn't get over, and that was mounting systems. And I'm not going to dog on anything out there, but between Slade and mine experience in military special operations between the Navy and the Marine Corps, we've turned our suppressor to part of the projectile delivery system more times than we'd like to admit. And the taper and thread system seems to be the best mechanically, but they were still missing that redundancy of a backup. So we came up with the Hesychia SIXK. So if you want to get into here, see these little guys right there? Those are actually, think about like a pocket clip that would be used to hold your knife into your pocket. They're actually like little springs. It's really hard to demonstrate because they only deflect just a little bit, right? And then these rings, these little ridges here, those are the indexing notches. And what these pawls do, right about here, Mr. Cameraman, feel how tight that is. Yeah. So I'm not kidding. You think that's gonna walk off the end of your gun?
I don't think so.
What if I just keep going and now I hit my taper lock? So now I have a taper lock with the American buttress thread, with the Hesychia system arresting any kind of counter rotation that would happen from high heat, shock, or vibrations, right? The thread system was originally used to thread tank barrels into tank chassis. It's the same thread they used to be able to seal chambers on artillery, right?
Wow.
It is designed for this kind of application. It's kind of mind-boggling that the suppressor industry hasn't picked up on this thread sooner than later. But full credit, my partner Tim Bell in manufacturing, we were having pizza and beers. He's like, buttress thread, and then we just like about shit ourselves having dinner, and then that's what started it all. Which is a very shallow 7-degree trailing face and a 45-degree flank. The thread itself is designed to deliver as much power as possible or torque possible into the taper. This is really the action that actually locks the system up. So 15 pounds of torque converts to 1,700 pounds on that taper. So we're getting a ton of clamping force on that taper, which not only makes sure that the gas stays sealed in the suppressor, but it helps make sure that the alignment of the suppressor is consistent. And I have in my cleaning kit here an alignment rod. And the alignment rod actually works more here, so you can see that, right? The alignment rod is actually a go, no-go game. So this is tolerance to fit within the barrel, and then this major diameter of the rod here is tolerance to the minor diameter of the suppressor bore. So when you drop this thing in, see how it says go? I don't have to look down the barrel to see that this thing's actually aligned. It's a headspace. So if I want to go to the range, I put my silencer on and I want to go shoot. All I got to do is just drop it in. It goes down all the way. Cool. Let's go shoot. That's it, right? You can have this as an option when you buy the Hesychia as an add-on. But backing up from the mounting system, we were just talking about the taper and the alignment. We held a very, very tight tolerance on the total system concentricity from the taper through every single baffle to the exit aperture. And we actually posted a factory tour where we showed our corded measuring machine that validates the minor diameter of the thread, the taper, the alignment, the exit aperture, all within a few thousandths of an inch, over 6 inches, which is, in the machining world and additive space, it's pretty consistent. And so we do that after we do the machining to make sure that when you get your muzzle device and suppressor, we have an inspection report and a chain of custody of tolerances that we can go look at that serial number and we can give you the entire inspection report. Not just with the 5-point hard gauging that we do at the machine, but every batch of 10 that it's printed with gets that inspection. So our quality department is, I would say it's above standard. I won't speak for anyone else's, but I know that that's probably not happening with a lot of silencers, but we wanted to make sure that if you're going to spend your hard-earned money with us, we're going to do our due diligence to deliver the best and most consistent product we can. So then let's get into the performance of the silencer. So when Slade and I were using suppressors back in the military, most of them were all just high back pressure silencers. They sounded great downrange, but they were punishing on the weapon system. The gas was just noxious. So if you're trying to be able to get, or you're trying to engage threats, and I need my eyeballs to see what I'm shooting at, but I'm just dousing them in oil and carbon and all that stuff, I'm reducing my effectiveness as a shooter. So the main operating parameter we wanted with the suppressor was to be as low back pressure as possible. The thing is that the trade-off that low back pressure cans have in a K configuration, so sub 6-inch overall length, the problem is that they have to just vent a bunch of gas out the front of the suppressor. And these little doodads, I don't know what to call them, they're heat sinks. These actually aren't angular vents. Yeah, they're not. Honestly, when we were first developing the first 40, 50 prototypes, these were vents. And what we realized is we can never get the tone and the decibel reduction that we needed while still achieving the back pressure that we were shooting for. So we were able to achieve back pressure, the low back pressure benefits, but we couldn't get the sound out. And so we said, how about, let's look at this different. Instead of trying to get low back pressure all the way at the end of the suppressor, what if we manage back pressure at the blast chamber? So this could actually crowds the blast chamber, and each of these assignments puts the gas exactly where I need it to go to fill up the blast chamber in a way where the reflected overpressure doesn't bounce back down the barrel. And this was kind of validated. It has to go into our annular region, then reintroducing it back into the suppressor at an unknown distance. We spin the gas so violently that we actually add a ton of pressure at the very end of the suppressor. And when that starts to exit and leave the suppressor, there's a low pressure zone in the can that we actually pull that lower pressure gas that would otherwise be coming back down the bore axis. We're actually pulling it out of the front. So we're not flowing it, dare I say, we're pulling it.
So you guys spent a lot of money on designing it then.
So by money, it means me, or Slade and I, video chatting for hours for about 3 months straight. We did about 64 prototypes in about 3 months.
It's a lot of time and money and sweat going into it.
We owned our manufacturing equipment, so we bought the printers. We partnered with our friend Tim with his manufacturing facility to start doing this as a joint venture, because I didn't have a lot of experience in additive manufacturing, but my partner Tim did. And he mentored me on how to think in additive, how to leverage the advanced technology to get gas to do exactly what I want to do, not because of my constraints of manufacturing, but unlocking the full potential of what additives can do. And so he really pushed me, and so did Slade, because I would send him a design. He's in Oregon, I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'd send him a can that I thought was good, and then he would get it, and a 6-foot flame shooting out of it, and it's loud in his wood line. And it was frustrating, because I'm not an engineer as a Marine. Slade is not an engineer, he was a sailor, and he'll love that. And we just trial and errored our way through it till we got to the point where, like, yes, I would go to war with this. Yes, I would get this to my buddies who are still in the fight, and I would stand in front of the product and say, this is what I believe is going to make you more effective as a gunfighter. And that trickles down to, I wouldn't say trickles down, it more like horizontally integrates into what the commercial market wants. I shoot it competitively. My partner Kate, she shoots competitively well. This is her sport gun right there. We both value the same benefits of low back pressure and a smaller form factor with a fantastic flash reduction to the size. But also from a POI perspective, we've figured out a way to shield the cross-jetting that would happen from exchanging gases from different chambers away from the bore axis. So our POI shifting, with people who shoot way better than me have been confirming, our POI is effectively non-existent, or our POI shifting is non-existent. From mounting it, shooting it on and off, we've done a really good job of isolating the bullet from those cross-jet forces. So when we look at the entire system, the muzzle device is incredibly important on getting the performance of this can to work well. This is why we didn't start off doing hub, because with hub, you don't really know what muzzle device the end user is going to be using in the blast chamber, and we realized that that early gas is so important that we had to build an entire system, and we also had to improve on the existing locking mechanisms out there. So right here, you can see hub. We printed this just a few days ago, and our initial tests and trials right now, full transparency, this thing was a little gassy. Just doing a copy and paste of this can to here, the hub system didn't perform as well as the integrated system does, because the blast chamber has so much open space that reflected overpressure, what I'm assuming is coming back through the system. So we're still adjusting these things, getting them exactly where we want. I think we have the next prototype printing right now, and I'm confident it's going to work much better because it confirmed my hypothesis. But this just kind of goes to show that the total system price, which is $13.50 with the muzzle device, if this was a hub can, it would be $11.50. Wait.
Cheaper, basically.
Yeah,
cheaper.
I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
It would be $11.50. But the muzzle device is the first stage of the suppressor. Right?
Gotcha.
And so we believe that that price point is an incredible value proposition, given the fact that when you put it on any kind of rifle, it doesn't have to be in a Noveske, a regular defense collaboration, shameless plug. It doesn't have to be an 11.5 MIDI. It doesn't have to be a high-end rifle. This is a standard profile gas block. This is a standard bolt carrier group. And this is a standard buffer weight. It can go on any piston, gas gun, gas length, doesn't matter. Just put it on there, because the impulse of the suppressor pushing gas and pressure back in the can, it's so negligible that it doesn't change the performance. So if you have a good working gun right now, put this on there, it's just going to make it work better, right? Suppressors add a lot of benefit from recoil mitigation, from sound performance. So like if you've got like 4 people shooting suppressed and one guy is shooting unsuppressed, it's like, go away, peasant.
With the muzzle brake?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, cool, dude, get out of here. It's how us civilized folks like to shoot these days. I'm just done. But the benefits of having everyone shoot suppressed, it's like a net positive for the range. But also from a hearing and safety perspective, the lungs are one thing that you don't have protection for when you shoot, and the noxious gases coming back out from high back pressure cans, like it is killing me. Like, why do we de-lead our hands so religiously but not protect our lungs? It's a double standard, right? Like we think that we're going to get so much toxic exposure by getting lead on our hands, yet we breathe it when we shoot suppressed. It's just wrong, right? And so the ability to get the system to work on any rifle was difficult. It made the development way longer. We could have said, we're just going to hyper-optimize around one platform. We're going to ask you to spend more money to tune the gun to fit the suppressor that we designed.
Have you guys tried BCMs and LMTs and all that?
So my welcome to Ohio present was a 14.5 BCM by my friend John Miller. I was in the Marines. I was in Pendleton, so in California you can't have rifles. So I literally got in the Marines without a rifle. That was when we started testing it, and it worked fantastic on the 14.5. And then we're like, you know what? Let's see how this does on a Mark 18, right? So we did a Mark 18 with Winchester white box reloads and tamed that system. So using a Mark 18 with really crappy ammo, then going all the way out to a 16-inch, same suppressor, same extraction, same tone. It was very hard to pull that off. But when we realized the phenomenon of early gas management, then the whole system started to work on everything. So yeah, we're really proud of this, and we like working with Noveske because they make some of the best rifles out there on the market. And you can also see the shameless Irregular defense cheek riser, special K grip. We got the hand stop, we got the grip panels. These are all printed. And then for the discerning eyes, this is the next generation of the OMM.
In production?
Yep, it's in production right now. And then, yeah, that's all of us. And then shout out Holosun for this laser. This thing is badass.
Iris, what is it?
The Iris something.
Yeah, the newest one. Yep, Iris 3.
Dude, I'm blown away by this thing, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
Like, you know, you got all the EOTech stuff, which is, you know, this is the same stuff I had in the Marines, but this laser's blowing my mind. But, you know, I think this entire system, is it overkill? Yeah, absolutely. It looks cool. right? Rule number one, look cool. The performance doesn't matter. You could put it on a cheap Aero upper and or a BCM upper, or we even tested on a Palmetto, and and it worked just fine. Yeah, it's a good can. It works well. We make it all and design it in Cincinnati. We've got a limited lifetime warranty on it. You put a 30 cal sideways through it. Sorry, dude. No warranty, any kind of manufacturing defects. And as far as the service, it's us. The service support is our team, and we're growing our team to make sure that we're growing proportional to our ability to take care of our customers in a timely manner. We're not trying to just grow so fast that we just lose what we are as a small, nimble team. And
so this is totally separate from Noveske, right?
Yep.
This is your own irregular defense can, right?
Yeah, this is a regular design group. So to clear it up, a regular design group deals with all the NFA items.
Gotcha.
A regular defense was a company that Slade started on his own.
Accessories.
Which is with all the accessories and all this stuff. And then SC Irregulars is his clothing brand.
Gotcha.
So from a business perspective, it's kind of nice to be able to compartmentalize different types of products instead of doing everything all in one.
Because I got the pants on right now.
Yeah, those things are grippy.
Irregular defense pants on.
Super grippy, right?
Kilo.
But I recognize those right away. But yeah, we wanted to keep this separate. But the hard good, the optic mount, that's through a regular defense. But that's how Slade and I actually started working together. I was still in the Marines, and he's like, "Hey man, I want to make this mount." I'm like, "Let's do it." And so I started doing this while I was still active. And we built such a good relationship working on this project that a couple of years down the road, we're like, we'll start a silencer company. And I was like, okay. Didn't know how to make silencers, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that
sounds like you got one that I need to get now.
Yeah, you do. I mean, they're going to be here at Rainier Arms, so hopefully pretty soon.
Okay, sweet.
They've been pretty excited to have us.
And they're in black, FD.
Olive drab, OD.
Okay, OD green.
Geez, I'm having a stroke. Olive drab and raw.
And what?
Raw.
Raw? Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
we offer it raw as well.
Gotcha. Like the silver.
Yeah, that's literally, so this comes out of the printer and we just media blast it. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't come with whatever that is.
And what's that price point for that?
So this is $13.50, and that comes with the muzzle device.
Okay.
And then you can option on the alignment rod. You can also option in like rifle stands, and we have like display stands. We have some leather mats, shirts. We got some slaps. Yeah, we got a lot of shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, I made this for Noveske.
Okay.
I can't leave good enough meat.
There you go.
So, but yeah, that's the system.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah.